The Adelaide 36ers have had a raft of changes to their lineup. As Dusty starting out there on the floor tonight for the Wildcats. And here's Vic Law. It's a DoorDash starting five for both teams. Majuk in his return to NBL competition. After two rookie coaches out there this evening. Scott Morrison leading the Wildcats for the first time tonight as Vic Law buries the three.
Here's a still team in no rotation whatsoever. Perhaps conceding, zooning from the perimeter.
Isaac Humphries all alone. Nice pass in the post from Withers.
It doesn't look too good for him. It gives Majuk a chance for extended minutes here. It's Daniel Johnson.
Withers on the offensive glass, puts it back in. Withers baseline. Bairstow left wide open, and the big man drains a three.
He wanted to get the quick one more to Mitch McCarron. The defense never came to him, and he stepped into it. There you go, first. This game for head coach CJ Bruton. Exciting times for him in the 36ers.
Big hit from Kevin White. Law sees a path, baseline, and gets upstairs.
And that's you saw Bairstow playing catch up. Sure, he needs to do better, move his feet laterally, but there he is chasing after he had the hard show. And you have to, there's really long distances to come for the help, but then it's on the drive that you need that, build a wall behind the ball and have someone contest. And there's Scott Morrison, who
Can we call him ScoMo?
I'm not sure if he can.
The Perth Wildcats, working in the NBA. Bairstow runs the floor and lays it up. Jumps out of the cylinder, but
rely on a hard closeout to the perimeter guy and protect the basket and not let an opportunity, albeit to someone that's not necessarily the most reliable conveyance from the free throw line.
You know what CJ Bruton did in his playing career? Scott Morrison out of Canada.
And, you know, we talk about CJ being his first opportunity as a head coach in a regular season game, but he's been a coach on the floor. He's integrated a shot at the rim.
All NBL first team last season. Jesse Wagstaff can see a way through. Hands off to Travers. He made it work with his left hand.
Well, you expect them to take a little while to find their full strength, and one of their star signings, Michael Frazier, barely saw him at the blitz, had that groin injury. He's not out there tonight, so got some pieces to add. Cameron Bairstow, that is a tough finish with contact with the left.
The recruit of this season, because he comes with great pedigree, and I guess a lot of teams might have shied away because of his injury history, but the Adelaide 36
side of Sean Redditch.
So you talk about Cam Bairstow. I think you're right, Casey, of being a great pickup, and he does look like he's moving well. One player who I think doesn't look 100% so far is Bryce Cotton. He looks like he's laboring a little bit up and down the court. So something to monitor. I mean, we know the Cal here, so an early substitution for Bryce Cotton.
Well, he's coming off that scary injury last season as Vic Law continues his hot start. And it was great to see Scott Morrison had the choice and Bryce Cotton's conditioning allow. You'd never want to take him out. Go, 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 work.
Moore pulling up for three. Foul on the floor, though, against Todd Withers.
Foul. Anyway, I'm not a lip reader, but that's not remotely what he said, or vice versa. But it's good that we have a little bit of that going on, and I'm looking forward to seeing them go up against each other.
Well, there's a lot of history between these two when you go back over the years and some of the battles they've had. And remember Joey Wright.
Perth lead by three. Hannes goes to work and finds a way to score.
Well, apparently Hannes set a world record for most threes in a minute, where he knocked down 27 of them. And look at the work on the boards. Vic Law, what a quarter he's had for the Perth Wildcats. 11 points, 5 of 6 from the field.
Gives Perth another opportunity. White lost it, stripped by McCarron. Adelaide have got numbers ahead. McCarron finds Daniel Johnson.
First quarter from the Wildcats so far.
I like the ball movement when it moves. You know, we get open shots and things like that, and guys got to back themselves and take them. Defensively, we've got to tighten up a little bit.
And how are you recovering? When do we expect to see you back on the court?
Yeah, tonight's very stressful. Hopefully sooner.
True heart and soul since Damien Martin has retired, and hopefully he can get healthy as soon as possible and get back out there, because it's fun for the league when he's out there.
Not playing, Todd Blanchfield not playing. Two more for Majuk. Michael Fraser, one of their imports, also not out there tonight. Adelaide have got their own injury issues. Kaisotto not suiting up and won't play this weekend. MANALO and Sunday Detch. Question marks for Sunday's game when they play Illawarra at home. Isaac Humphries, nice touch for ball. Johnson wants to go coast to coast.
They might have been a little quiet in the first quarter, their imports in particular, how they were going to be. And Mojave King, is he going to be able to make the next step up? Is Isaac Humphries going to be healthy? Have they got the combinations right? And the glue to all that, I think, is Mitch McCarron. The way in which he distributes the ball, the leadership that he provides, and get everyone on the same page. And if he can do that...
And good things will happen.
Sunday Detch is huge. We mentioned this right at the top. That's a huge loss, because he provides that defensive spark.
And there it is on cue, Mitch McCarron played the 4th most minutes in the blitz for the Sixers.
Yeah.
Comes with confidence, gets on the...
AIS as well, I think he
can crash the glass, can get his shot, plays with a lot of confidence, and it's an exciting young talent for the Sixers. And with those guys out, gets an opportunity here, and what better way to make your debut in the jungle, and currently guarding the 3-time MVP, Bryce Cotton. So welcome to the league, young fella.
It doesn't get much harder than that, does it? Also a really talented junior footballer. Made the decision to stay with basketball. Law puts his head down, gets to the rack and scores.
And you get those moments in games where you just feel like the game's just coming to you. You're not stressed. The ring looks like a hula hoop. He's in one of those moments right now. You got to milk that. Go to him. Feed him the ball, get him, and exploit that until he dries off.
Nice pass, McCarron. Found Johnson, had the seal underneath.
And that's a 6th assist, Mitch McCarron. He is just finding everybody at will, and it's a bit too easy right now.
White steps up for 3, short. Offensive rebound, Vic Law. He's having a major influence in his first half. Marshall chasing Cotton around, he steps back. He's still got it. He's fouled in the act of shooting 3.
Well, with the exception of the foul, he did as good as you can expect. He chased, he stayed connected. The guy in front, and you can step back that quick and get the shot off. That is tough.
It's a real welcome to the league, because a lot of it on the scout. When you watch Bryce Cotton highlights in previous games, you see him just get fouled on the 3 so much, and a lot of it is off curl screens, where his shot and how high he jumps when he kicks his feet out is just part of his routine, the way he shoots. But that one right there, all you can do is try and contest it the best you can, and he's just so good at drawing fouls on 3s.
This boy. Let's get courtside to Sean Redditch.
Yeah, you talk about the Perry Lakes under-14. My son actually plays for the under-14 Perry Lakes Hawks team.
There you go.
I'm not sure he's ready to go against some of these Adelaide 36ers. I think Daniel Johnson might have 100 points if that occurs.
There's Vic Law, 16 points now, 7 of 9 from the field. We talk about an all-NBL caliber player. You put him along, putting on that Wildcats jersey and stepping out there.
This guy here just done. He personifies it. Just a walking bucket.
The other father-son combinations, the Ellises and the Gazers. Wagstaff up top for 3. His first points of the NBL season. The oldest, most games played, I should say, of all active players in the league. Daniel Johnson rolls to the bucket, has 12 points now.
Yes. He just was prepared to feel out the game, see how it's going, and all right, boys, you've had your fun now. Let the big boys play. And stamping his authority in this second quarter.
There's no way of stopping that.
Well, we talk about the sea of change of the Wildcats. One thing that'll never change is that man is a freak.
But what you got to do is you got to take the odds and just send him one way. You can't let him spin back. Easier said than done. But when he gets choices like that, that's very hard to stop.
Well, speaking about Daniel Johnson's hot start, this man right here, yeah, Besto, got the 9 points, 3 rebounds already, and knocks that one down. It's been really promising for CJ Bruton. Jesse Wagstaff, 3 fouls already. Take a seat.
And he's no fuss or bother either. He's sort of in that Daniel Johnson mode in a different way.
And here's Scott Morrison not too happy with that. Humphries in the low block. Majuk got a piece of it. Cam Bairstow, right place, right time, has 13 points.
He's been impressive, hasn't he? Between him and Daniel Johnson, they've been the main focus and scoring opportunities for the Adelaide 36ers.
25 of their 39 points have come from Bairstow and Johnson. Law adds in a couple more, comes up with it for Perth. Spring in their step out of the timeout. Cotton pulls up on Hannes. Yes!
And that's what you talk about, Drew. It's so hard to guard him, almost impossible, but you've got to send him a certain way. You've got to have a plan that when he rises up with the ball in his right hand, you can't let him have a choice because he's going to get to exactly where he wants to get to and knock it down. You've got to force him one way and guard him with 5 players on your team. Have that help to make sure he doesn't get to his sweet spot.
Humphries still fighting for it underneath. 3 attempts, can't finish off. The smallest man on the court, Dusty Hannes, does. Brings it back to a 1-point game again. 90 seconds to play before halftime. Law for 3.
Oh, my.
And he's draining them from everywhere. What a big offensive rebound. Had it taken away from him by McCarron. He's spinning and weaving and creating and scoring.
Tough finish, Mitch McCarron. On his 4th field goal attempt, and something that's going to be foul. Isaac Humphries, that's something that we saw in the preseason and a bit late.
This is a young man to watch this season. Burst onto the scene last NBL season. Here's some of his numbers in the most recent ESPN rankings of the top 100 for next year's NBA draft. Luke Travers in at 89. He scored 98 3-pointers in a row in 6 minutes. It's there on YouTube. McCarron scores on the off.
That ball as it was deflected.
Adelaide captain Mitch McCarron, a floater in the paint was good.
Well, he can do that.
First 5 games at home, and then beyond that, they'll be on the road for how long? I don't really know at this stage due to borders.
I think it's Daniel Johnson. He's got that knack for scoring. Up to 14 points now.
Travers trying to get down low. Just extends over the top. Nice hands by Law. Doing it at both ends of the floor. He gets things moving for the Wildcats. Zunic into the starting lineup tonight. He rattles at home. Perth are starting
to run that risk early on, unless you're absolutely sure. It's a bit of strategy on how you're going to use that. Coach's challenge is a nice underneath out of bounds play. And Mojave King slashes to the basket and they find him for the easy 2.
And the NBL's next stars this season, another that found himself inside the most recent ESPN rankings for the NBA draft next season. Ranked at number 90. Law making it look really easy.
Well, it's
effortless.
It's taken almost 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes to get it to him and give him an opportunity to play off him a little bit more.
Jesse Wagstaff to stay out there as Bryce Cotton puts an end to the technical foul and all those worries, and Perth get a chance.
Law in the low block, guarded by King, got baseline and scores. Johnson hands off to Mojave King. Big role to play in this third quarter.
And they are smashing him on the boards. 29-17 in favour of the Adelaide 36ers. They're certainly in most people's championship contention and in their playoffs. And when you've got the master Brian Goorjian running the team and a lot of scoring firepower in the lineup, it's going to be a very tough proposition. And they came close last season and just fell short against the Perth Wildcats in that best-of-3 semi-final series.
Hannah's this little handoff for Isaac Humphries. He muscles it in.
Jack Purchase called for the foul to a position to get round the front. That time Jack Purchase just wrestled. And that's just experience by Daniel Johnson to make sure he can continue to back and maintain that contact to draw that foul.
And he's going to bait you into it, isn't he, Daniel Johnson? Because he has that knack of getting fouled at so many different times in the game, whether he's attacking the hoop, facing up, or, as you saw there, trying to post up against Jack Purchase. And it's the old veteran mind got the foul call, and it's 18 points now.
Played some games with Adelaide last year. Jack Purchase joins Wildcats on a multi-year deal. He shot up, but it wasn't a good one. This defensive stop from the Wildcats. Travers blocked over the back, but fouled.
It was outstanding defense. You could hear his shot. Jack Purchase came up with the rebound and out in transition. That's where this man is at his best, Luke Travers.
So he's still airborne. He's still in the act of shooting. Okay, cool.
CJ just getting...
Here comes Cotton, pulls up on Bairstow.
And that's what we talked about with Bryce Cotton. It started with Majuk. Great rotation to block that. Bryce Cotton's loving it, but as soon as he rises up with the ball in his right hand, you've got to make it.
You have with Vic Law because he can move his feet and kick him out in front.
Hannah's drives and scores. Tough finish for Dusty Hannah's. Nice possession out of the timeout. Brings it back to a three-point difference. Law steps out for three. Offensive rebound though, Majuk. It's exactly what he's there to do. He can't knock down the three either. Inside the final minute, Law baseline. Good move on Bairstow.
That's what
It's as clear a foul as you want to see, I would have thought.
Absolutely. And as we talked about Majuk, it's Matt Hodgson. I know he's injured right now, but has had the knack over his career of getting in foul trouble early in games. So Majuk becomes so vital. Becomes so vital to this Wildcats' success as a backup big man who can go out there, play solid defense, do this, get on the offensive glass, finish, and without doing too much. They're not going to roll the ball to him and say, go get a bucket. That's what they're going to do to Vic Law. They're going to say, get on the glass, help us defensively. He's a terrific ball screen defender. Can get out and hedge quick, moves his feet well. But he's going to be huge for Scott Morrison and the Wildcats.
And he has 9 rebounds. He had some trouble stopping Johnson that time. Travers brings the ball up the floor. They finish with Law. And why not? It's been his night.
Given the adversity, both teams have got some players out, but some real significant ones for
Oh, my goodness.
the Wildcats. But
Oh, my
had
goodness.
a career high for Vic Law. 14 of 20 from the field, 31 points to go along with his 3 rebounds and 2 of 5 from the three-point line. He's had some problems. This is the only area the free throw line has been his only challenges. He's 1 of 4, and that is tough down on the box. And Withers got to do a better job of not letting him catch it on that box. Just half run it. Even if he catches it in that mid-range, it's a lot easier to defend.
Let's get courtside to Sean Redditch.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of 11 Wildcat jerseys around. I guess on Sunday, we're going to see a lot of... He talked about in the media, he wanted the 36ers to double and triple team Bryce Cotton because that would leave him open. Doesn't seem like he needs it this week.
Highly regarded. You add that, Luke Travers, Mitch Norton. A couple of these guys are going to be coming off the bench at some point as Luke Travers steps into a 3-ball. And
Too much longer.
lot of international eyes on Luke Travers this season. The NBL's best young players. That is a beautiful pass by Kevin White.
Much in that system that Trevor Gleeson was putting together as Hannahs finally gets one to drop.
Withers just to pull up from deep. That looked nice.
That's a good-looking stroke.
You know, it's tonight, Sixers. And a lot of those have come from just the wrong type of pass. Drury said before the last one should have gone in the air. That one probably should have been a bounce pass to get to the corner. Just the decision-making at those crucial moments in time. They've got it back to 9. They can try and get a stop here. It's not going to happen on that man because nobody's been able to stop him tonight.
And they still choose not to send the double. That time you saw Withers stunting in there. But you can see with that step back, and he just uses that size and that touch. Get it out of his hands, make someone else beat you because he's got 34 of the 80.
Have not been able to stop him all night.
Football player wasn't allowed to play football, and luckily that turned him into basketball, and that's why we have him.
If you think that you can shoot a full court shot, then head to the NBL website win page to enter for your chance to shoot for $100,000 in the Latrobe Financial Sharp Shot. Don't worry if you miss your first shot, you'll get a second go from halfway. McCarron behind the back pass for Bairstow on the move.
Great pass.
Mitch McCarron, 7. Quietly going about his business as usual. 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 9 assists to go with 2 steals. Oh no.
Oh, yes.
My goodness.
Cotton to Law. We're going to be saying that a few times this NBL. We're going to see their team get off to a winning start. The question now is by how much? Travers still fighting hard for it. Wins possession. No foul. Kept going. Scores. He's played his role tonight. Even late in the game, the 36ers with one last turnover. Vic Law wants 2 more. Misses the dunk. It'll matter little. And although some things change, some things stay the same. The Wildcats at home are a hard team to beat. 85-73. They're 1-0 to start the season.
Well, they're the hardest team.